Hello my friends, I hope you're doing great. There's the heat wave now in Europe, it's everywhere, in Germany, in Switzerland, in UK even, and reports coming from Norway. Norway, freaking northern country, probably the most north in Europe, except Iceland, I guess. They have heat as well, and that's what I usually do. Well, it's evening time already, I think it's around 5 p.m, I don't remember. I lost in time, but here we have a river, yes. And by the way, there is some sort of the dot. It is from the Second World War. Switzerland was not involved directly in the Second World War, but they built just in case some of the protection. So here's the river, and they have several of the dots along. Also, they put dragon teeth, some other defense lines, so they expected to be involved in the war, but yeah, at least on the ground, it wasn't like that for Switzerland. It's kind of the neutral country. Until now, yeah, yet it's a neutral country. But anyways, that's the place where I usually swim. That's how I usually cope with the heat. It's very cold here. I mean, the water is cold because it's coming from the mountain range. There are the mountains, and you see how transparent it really is? Well, yeah, it is cold. But judging on how hot it is really outside, it feels okay. Outside the temperature today is around 36 degrees, and yesterday it was like 41. 41! At least on my car it was like that. The temperature shows 41 degrees. And I already put my air conditioner in the studio. But the air conditioner, it is like for the campings. It's EcoFlow Wave 3. I bought it the last year, it really saved me. But even that kind of the air conditioning during the heat wave that is now, it barely saves. The capacity is not enough, you know. And there is the problem in Europe with that. They have not many air conditioning units, and it's kind of rare to see them in the households. Usually they are in malls, in shopping centers, sometimes in the hospitals, but even in the hospitals, sometimes there are no AC. There is no AC. So it's not like in the United States, several regions, or the Middle East where life is not possible without AC. So far it's not like that here, but the heat waves, they become more and more aggressive. And just today I got the report, just read the news, ground news here, and more than 1,000 people lost their lives in France alone because of the last week's, or this week, heat wave, which is outstandingly crazy. And in Germany, I guess there is the new temperature record, so it's not going well. And the global warming effect, I think it's out there. It's not like hoax, it's not like what Donald Trump tells you. It is happening. But whether it depends on our human activity that much, that's the other question. But remember yourself, like you recall your childhood, I don't know, the temperature was really different. Well, at least in my childhood. And the winters were more, I would say, cold. And also this winter is kind of cold. And you know, guys, we need normal temperature to function. I don't understand even debate about using AC, should we do it or not in Europe. I think we should, because it's basically how you sleep, how you work. Like if you have good temperature inside your room, and it's impossible now to achieve without using AC, in those heat waves, well, your performance might degrade as the human being, as an employee, let's say, as the part of the society. So, of course, ACs are needed. It should not yet be like massive, as in Middle East. After all, here the temperature is way better. But I think AC should be more massive. Well, some of the people are saying, like, if you don't feel the heat, you do not understand that the temperature is changing. Like, people will perceive it as something normal, like we just put AC and there is the solution to resolve this global warming problem, greenhouse effect and stuff like that. So we should be aware, we should sweat and understand how hot it really is. Well, I don't really support that idea, and as humans we evolved, yeah? We're using technologies, we're using absolutely everything to make our lives better. Like, shouldn't we use cars in this case, or what? Like, it's kind of silly argument, especially when people die because of the heat waves. Like, for example, in France, I've just told you. This is, I think, unhinged. So this argument, I think it's very, very silly, and it's one of those where Donald Trump says, okay, they're woke, they're freaking liberals. Yeah, too much woke is crazy. I'm liberal myself, but of course it's like too much, yeah, too much craziness. Yeah, here we have a bridge, and sometimes people jump from the bridge. Like there are several of the guys, they're jumping down, and some of their friends are on the shore to make sure that no one is underneath, and they jump. Yeah, it's crazy. It might look that the bridge is not very high, but no, it's actually high. This place, I would say, it's not that far away from the Shennis Air Club. That's the place where I used to fly a glider. I'm still the member of the club. I pay like minimum fee to stay there, but I don't fly any longer. I simply don't have enough time for that activity. It's kind of silly, it's kind of pity, but I have what I have, simply not enough time, guys. I think you also might experience this kind of the thing in your life, and you don't have enough time for all of your hobbies, activities. I'm in this period, so I have to put lots of the efforts for my content, and yet I barely and rarely may find some of the free time now. But still, if it is hot, I can go here and record video. That's the plus, like spending 2 hours a day. But for gliders, you have to like spend all the day to fly there. You go early morning and you're there all the day. Okay, it's time to go out. Here we go. The stairs. There's all the ways how you get out from the river. And it looks like the sky is getting darker, so there could be the rain today. Interesting. And I'm going to the place where I left my car, and this is the park area where people relax. They have some buses, they swim, and this is fantastic place. I like it, really. I'm not very often here, but once a week maybe. If we have heat waves or something, I go here and relax. Sometimes with my spouse, sometimes alone, and I really like how the weather is changing now. And for tomorrow the forecast is way better. It's gonna be like decrease in the temperature down to plus 27, I think. And there could be rain and storm and stuff like that. A video from another camera. So here is the good food truck, and I really like they have sandwich with rinsed flesh, so it's like beef, and it's very tasty. But today everything sold out because so many people were here and now they're going home. Tomorrow is the working day, Monday for them. Yeah, cheers. I also like this one, Tone. Green one is good. It's with mint. And I think that the rain starts very soon, so I have to go home myself. So guys, those were my thoughts about, you know, heat waves, that ACs are needed, and they will be introduced in those northern countries too, because yeah, we experience more and more hot summers. The last summer wasn't that hot as far as I remember. It was hot, but not that much. Well guys, see you around. Ciao.